A great testimony to our kids that we did everything we could to play, some inefficient basketball. At the end, when we really needed to suck it up and get work done at the end, we got it done. I'm hoping that it's a huge benchmark for our team as we go forward. It's the exact opposite what happened at Ohio State. And it's the exact same thing happened at Ohio State, happened to UCLA. So it's a great win for us because of that. Fellow was guilty, but it wasn't just the foul shooting. We didn't execute. We just really have to get better, and I have to coach them better, and they have to play better. But we'll take the W every day because we did earn it in the long run. We did earn it the way we played. Great atmosphere. Saturday afternoon, CBS, 12 noon game. Get a W. It doesn't get much better than that.
Mike?
Coach, what did you think of Xavier Simpson's play today?
He was really solid. He did a great job. Once he settled in, you know, Holiday's so quick that when he got us, he got everybody at the beginning. And then as the game went on, he got to really feeling better. He did a great job, and his steals were huge. He had the little running hook, right, which was, they had a few lucky shots too, but they had a running hook, and then his steal was obviously big to give us a chance.
He said he knew that shot was going in. Did you know the shot
well,
was going in?
you know, we do work on that. Believe it or not, there's guards who are going to get in there, and you just can't. He and Eli and Geronimo, you can't shoot it over some of these guys at this level. You got to shoot it around them. You got to get way up in here. You just can't go and drop it in over them. And we actually work on these rolling hooks for our guards because it's the only weapon you have. The way modern defense is played, sometimes when they switch late, and you got a big guy walling up.
Right in front of Chris.
You guys went down 46-31. What was your message?
What was the time at that? What was the time?
14
I never
minutes.
thought. I thought we were down 12 or 13.
14 minutes or so.
14 minutes.
So pretty early.
Wow.
What was your message to the team at that point? And could a win like this really be a season changer?
Yeah. Lots of time left in 2x2. And a little bit what happened to us the other night. So just hang in there. We just need to make a couple shots, finish some possessions, and get stops. I mean, this game is so fickle to you that you can be playing really well in a minute. A couple three-pointers changes everything. And Mo's three-pointers there, that changed everything. He had not played particularly well. Nobody had. Absolutely nobody had at that time.
Matt?
How do you, at this point, address Charles fixing the free throw shooting? Because it seems like
in practice, it's been really good, right? He's just got to get used to being in those situations. And we just got to continue to put him in those situations. I'll watch the video and just see where it is right now. He's been average, maybe a slight below average. He hasn't been poor like that going in. So we'll try to just get him to get some reps. But I want to take a look at the video, take a look at it with the naked eye, and just see what I see.
Over here with Ethan.
The team had been struggling with free throws all game, and then it's up to freshman Eli Brooks to tie the game.
How about that? I don't think if you guys check, I don't think he's made 2 in a row all year long. He always missed one of them. So that was both him and X sang the fight song because I thought those two, for a freshman to be in that stage late in the game, that was huge for him to just go in and knock him down. It shows a lot about Eli.
Stay here with Wojciech.
John, with a young team and you're searching for combinations and your point guard, do you like the way the point guards handle the competition and the roles and what Xavier did today? Yeah,
they're both, I think, and it's been very difficult. They're really good kids. We haven't had fussing by all 3 of them. And so we just made a decision going in that we're going to play 2 of them today, and it just happened when we got a little foul trouble. I got Jerron in there. But it could be based on practicing games. It'll be 2 different ones. But we felt that they weren't getting, nobody was really getting to feel what they needed to feel in a game. So we went with those 2 today, and it could change at any time. But I do like their ceiling is much higher, and they're going to get better. And DeAndre Haynes will be a big part of that.
Right in the middle with Andrew.
After the fact now, how big was this game given only one more major conference? Game?
I think we can't. I can't probably make that statement yet. I think you got to wait and see the rest of our season goes. But the LSU loss is the Ohio State road loss. All these things just do it. But I think we needed it. I think our conference needed it because we're better. If you watch, we got elite coaches in this league, and for us, not that I'm an elite coach, but for us, when you have a young team, your teams are going to get better, and you shouldn't be judged on some November games when you're trying to get people, but be judged more what you're like in January or February. And that's the goal. We're going to learn from this and get better. But our whole league, everybody will get better.
And then it seems some frustration from the coaches on shot selection in the first half, maybe.
Yeah. No,
we're
still trying to learn. And so, you know, the other day we have this little pull-up shot we take that I want. It's not a tough two, it's an average two. And our kids didn't think I was allowing them, you know, because we took a couple of really tough twos earlier in the season. I said, we're not taking that shot. And so they stopped shooting sometimes. But Charles hit the one over Welch at the end where he rose up. I want that shot sometimes because you love threes and layups. It ain't going to happen. You're not going to get those two all the time. So you got to shoot that in-between shot. And Jordan Poole and Muhammad and especially Charles could shoot it. So, but we're still, you know, taking some tough shots at times.
In front, Chris.
Your message to Duncan, just keep shooting the ball?
Just keep shooting the ball. The last one was right in, wasn't it, right?
Yeah.
And I think he's been through some tough times right now, but as far as shooting, he's been through this before. He'll get out of it, but he's really in a tough spot right now. He's got to stay positive because his defense was really good today. He did a good job in helping him. You know, we had not doubled the post from that angle all year long, but we decided to do it if they thought he was going to leave his man. They got a hand on it. It was a big play.
We'll go back to Chris.
With Simpson's defensive play there near the end of the second half to steal Holiday's pass on the layup, just talk about that sequence, and that really was a game changer in some regard.
Yeah, you'll be much better at understanding sequences. I'm looking at the whole game there, but anytime you get a steal, get a layup, you know, it's big. And then his shot was huge, and he's out there just trying. He loves Michigan. He wants to make us win. He's doing everything he can every second out there to make us be a better team.
Brendan?
John, how do you deal with Charles and the balance of taking over games versus hero ball and the things that you address?
Right. I was very honest with him. I said, we got 5 or 6 minutes to go. You've been the MVP for UCLA so far. You need to be the MVP for us right now. You're walking, you're turning the ball. He started second half, walk, turn the ball over, missing foul shots. You can do this, right? You can lead our team. I just tried to give him confidence in my sort of way, right? But that's the way it's going to be a little bit for him, that as he learns how good a player he's going to be, he's got to grow through these pains of being, I think he's got elite, a really high ceiling, and now he's got to know how to apply it. So this was a good one. Take the foul shot in away. He had a great pass to Mo for a 3, and a great pass on a post up to Xavier. Those are big plays. He probably would have forced those back in our game with LSU. He probably would have forced those 2 plays.
And play off that, you know, the idea of him being a leader, being a guy who can take over a game, while also there are veterans ahead of him, there are captains ahead of him. How does that kind of play out in terms of him taking ownership of the team?
Yeah, he knows we're gonna dial that up, and our veterans right now are better than they're playing. I know it. So, but he can't be deferring to anyone. He can't defer. He's got to he should fit right in there and just go out. He's been 3 years in college. He's seen all last year. He's seen a great Kentucky team. He knows that he should be learning what winning looks like, whether he's leading us sometimes or whether somebody else is.
Josh, you want to close us out?
Yeah, you mentioned a few weeks ago that you want to see this team bounce back. Now you've seen this week, them losing a big lead and then coming back to take over from a big deficit. What does that say about your team after that's what they do?
I think, and I've said a couple times, I think the journey of this team will be you'll all, any of you that happen to be fans or are trying to figure out what Michigan is going to show up, well, don't get used to it. Because our personality, our identity is not there yet. We need the Isaiahs and Jordan Poole and Eli Brooks to look and see what it looks like, right? John Teskey, Mo now, all these guys are in different roles, and sometimes they're going to really fulfill that role like they did in the end today, especially in overtime. But there's the other games they're going to resort back to looking for somebody else. So just hang on. I'm trying to hang on. I got to continue to coach them up, and I I tell them many times, I'm not frustrated at you, I'm frustrated at young teams growing, because it seems like my whole time here, we've had a young team, and we have another one. But we're going to grow.
Congrats, Coach, and thank you.
All right.